Welcome back to another episode of High Strung Gaming. We are on Mars again, and last time we went around and we checked out some of the historic rover sites. I also included an infographic that has the coordinates to those sites and a little breakdown of where they're placed geographically. So if you didn't grab that, run back to that episode, download that if you want it. And moving forward, we also did unlock enough technology points to open up the technology for the landing pad, or launch pad rather, and the ITS vehicle, the rocket that's going to carry us off the planet so we can rejoin humanity. So I figured today we're going to be excuse me, my voice cracked a little bit. So today we're going to be focusing on more of the base operations, continuing to grow our vegetables, getting more seeds, so on and so forth, as well as looking at how many resources it's actually going to take to build this rocket. I was also thinking of building up some base defenses because I haven't really done that yet, and I've been very lucky so far. So before something happens catastrophically like a meteor strike, let's actually get some meteor defenses up on and around the base so that way we can ward those off. So, first thing, let's look at where our vegetables are. All right, these are 80%, and do we have two? We do have two of these. Okay. Nothing's going on those, and these pumpkins are still going fine in the grow bed. I don't know. Well, these are on, but there's nothing in them. So I'm wasting power here. Let's go ahead and nix those out. All right. So we're looking at the map here. Thought I'd move that marker off of there. Let's go ahead and move that off. Remove. Put it right on the headquarters here. Oh, what's this? Oh, yeah. Let's see. What should we name our actual base instead of campaign base? Home launch pad. There. That's a unique name that I'll be able to spot easily on the map. So there we go. And we will always track that, and we'll track it in green. Okay, there we go. That's our home launch pad, which that's not actually where the launch pad's going to be because that's right in the middle of the rest of our base. But let's see. Can't remember if I have anything in here. Oh, I do have some things going in here. And they've got a little distance to go. Peppers. Okay. They've got a little ways to go. Alrighty. Well, let's see. First things first. I'm curious. Okay, so the rocket pieces are here under garage. The anti-meteor system is here under garage. Electric motor, electronics. Medium circuit boards for these. Need cement. Alright. Whew, that's a list. That is a list. Carbon nanotubes. Oh man, I'm going to have to start making a lot of carbon nanotubes. That's 322 for that one. 218, 150, 115, 52. Jeez. So just the carbon nanotubes alone, holy crap, that's going to take a while. Let's see, 322 plus 218 is what? 540, if my math is right. 540. That'd be 650, 690, 7805, 857. Well, we can get started on making 800 carbon nanotubes. How's that? Holy shit. All right. That's a lot of carbon nanotubes, and they take a little while. And can I make them in here? Since I know it's a chemistry recipe, but can I make them in here just so I can set it and forget it? Carbon nanotubes, I can. They take a lot, and it's a 1-to-1 ratio of methane, waste tanks, carbon dioxide bottle. Oh, shoot. I'm going to have 900 waste tanks. That's insane. That's a lot of carbon dioxide bottles, too. Holy crap. Holy crap. So much. And a lot of methane. And that's the thing that irks me. Okay. So we can produce methane and keep it in a tank. Why do I have to have this little methane thing that I get from drilling? Why can't I just pump it from the tank into this reaction? That irks me. Holy shit. We might never get off this planet. Okay. Well, you know what? It's going to sound crazy, but we're still dirty. So these little pods, thematically, I put 2 of these, well, they call it living rooms, sleeping rooms, and 1 bathroom on each of these little pods of 3. Same thing over here. 1 bathroom, 2 sleeping rooms. I'm not even sleeping in these. So what I really could do is just remove the living rooms and just put bathrooms in all of them. Because the bathroom toilets, you can use it, get your waste tank, or your waste, and then you can't use it again. You've already used it today. However, you can go over to another toilet on a different one, get another tank. But then that one's used up. So the more bathrooms you have, you can just go through and hit the waste tanks on each one. And that will give you your waste tanks. Now, the question is, can I craft the waste tanks so I don't have to go through and do that, because that's very tedious? That's a good question. No, we cannot craft them. Okay. We might possibly be able to do it in the chemistry table. Let's look at that. Which way is... Need my small signs, damn it. Did I put the chemistry table in here? I think I did. Yeah. I know we're going to need aerogel. It's a lot of pure silicon and ethanol. Here's one that uses a waste tank. But is there anything that produces a waste tank? No, nothing makes a waste tank. Several things use waste tanks, but nothing creates them. So, yeah, to get those waste tanks, it's a lot of bathrooms. Okay, I do have my helmet on. Yep. Okay. Get out of here.
Equalizing pressure.
Well, first I'm going to need some supplies to be managed here. What do you have in here? Nothing in it. Okay. What do you have here? Lots of everything. Okay. Pure silicon. We only have 2 pure silicon in here. That's problematic. We're going to need a lot more than that. Okay. Open this. Open this. Nothing. Okay. So just to have a good base, let's get 2 things of steel plates. Let's grab solar cell 1, group of solar cells, 2 pipes, lots of screws. What is this? Glass plates, electronics, those, cements, and these are aluminum plates. Get a couple more steel. Okay, that'll start us off pretty good. We have solid rocket fuel here, which I believe I need. Okay. And like I said, let's start doing this real quick. Just that. Run this bad boy down. Oh shit, those other ones are on the inside and I don't have a way to get over to them. Okay, I guess I'm flying. Hey, what are you doing out here? Okay, someone over here that was left? Yep. Okay, build. I think those are under living. Yeah, bathroom. Bathroom capsule. Bathroom capsule. If I need like 800 of these waste tanks, even with 6 of these, that's visiting them a lot of times. Over 100 days of visiting these things. That's insane. So anyone watching this, if you have a better, more efficient way of getting these waste tanks, please let me know in the comments. Please. Holy shit. Okay. Good Lord. Okay. Let me grind this bad boy. Capsule. I might build another section of base that's just a whole string of bathrooms. Because this is insane. Okay. And one more quick little flight out of there. Okay. Let's go inside. Don't feel like working at night, so...
External oxygen detected.
Oh. And since those are brand new tanks that I put in, or brand new bathrooms that I put in, let's go ahead and grab the tanks out of those now. Oh, wait. Nope. Go this way. Alright. Where'd I put the rest of those? I might have put them out. Wait, I should have 4, not 3. Where'd the rest of them go? Did I leave one on the floor in there? Already removed today, right? Already removed today, yeah. Already removed today, yeah. Check this side. I love the fact that we have that little step there, the squatty potty, if you will. It's great. For those that don't know, that little step lifts up your legs a little bit and helps you poop. Well, I guess I get gypped on that for the tanks. Oh, wait, no, there's one here. Okay, I don't know how that ended up there. Okay, there's our 4. Alright, so it's nighttime. Let's end of the day and wake up tomorrow. So, I don't know exactly where I'm building the launch pad yet. I have an idea, though. There's a pretty big flat space that we found last episode when we were coming back to our base after going to the historical sites. Nice big flat piece. It's not that far away from this base, so I should be able to get resources over to it. I know that once the rocket's built, we're probably going to have to put some sort of resources like fuel and things into it. Fuel is probably going to be a mixture of oxygen and methane, I would think. I don't know. So there's that. Let's see. Swap that out. Just do our daily upkeep of things here. Okay, new day. Given a new day, now we can go in, get our tanks again. This is going to become old real quick. Oh my gosh. Alright, now, oops, should have 10. Yep, got 10. And like I said, I think I put some of the other ones out here. So I can go ahead and get these back. And take what I have, start those items building here. Inventory. Yep, I did put them over in here. Okay. I keep forgetting that I can sort and organize these things in here. Okay, there we go. Alrighty. Wait, how many? I have 12 of those. And I know it said CO2, so we need 12 CO2s. We can, actually, we can set the recipe here, but and the methane. Okay, go over here, go over to here. There's our methane. There's our CH4. Okay, got sulfur. I don't have any methane in here, really? No CH4 in here? Scheißen. Well, can we print the methane? We can. Water bottle, carbon dioxide bottles. 2 each. Gives me 1 methane. Or I could look at the chemistry table and see what it gives me there. Crap. Well, I know I'm going to need carbon dioxide bottles, so let's go ahead with those. I have 12 things on me right now. So let's go ahead and craft these 12 bottles. And I also will have to fill them. Oh, they also don't stack. Forgot about that. Crap. However, there is something, a resource that I forgot about that... Alright, those are all circuit boards in there. And nothing in there. I'm looking for a box. A specific box. Not in there. It's in the rover. So there's a box that will hold stuff for like chemical reactions and so on. And there might be methane in there. If I can find out where that box is. Or am I carrying it? No, not carrying it. That's circuit boards, that's rocks, building materials. So where was my box for the reaction stuff? Well, you guys get to watch me wander around and act like an idiot in my base because I can't remember where I put things. Maybe I put it in one of the storage things up here? Aha. An ECH4. Well, we have one nanotube in here already. That's good. Solid rocket fuel. Solid rocket fuel explosive. This is solid rocket fuel APCP, which I think we're going to need. Open CH4 in here. CH4, there we go, methane. We have 43 of them. That's good. Okay. So I want to test something out. Oh, shoot. I need to fill the CO2 bottles. Get down here, the scrubber. Fill CO2, fill CO2. All right, got all 12 of them filled up. Cool. Alrighty, inventory in this bad boy. All right, move some of these items down here. Get them out of the way so I can move over those 12. These methanes. And then as many tanks as it will take. And then I'll just collect these things out of here. Okay, so it's got the stuff to make at least 4 carbon nanotubes. All right. First of all, I want to see how long it's going to take to craft those. It looks like it's going to take a little bit of time. And these other CO2s, what's that? That's explosive. Those all go there. Okay. Blueprints, blueprints, blueprints. So Here's the thing with the anti-meteor system. You have the system itself, but then you're also going to need to build the rockets that go in it. And I'm not sure where it has the rockets stored. Doubt it's under here. Nope. 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 Although there are some other interesting things in here. Resources. I haven't done any of the mining stuff yet. I might need to do some of the mining stuff, but I haven't done any of that yet. I wouldn't think it'd be under food. Wouldn't think it'd be under the living either. Crap, where do we make the rockets for this? Well, we have enough stuff to craft multiples of these, so there's that. We also have to have them powered, and given the nature of the system, I want to have constant power supply always, and not be connected to the rest of the base power. I want it to be a completely independent system. That way I don't have to worry about it draining base power, and if base power goes out for some reason, the defense system's still active. So,
Equalizing pressure.
we definitely want one out next to this crusher here. I'm thinking we put it right around in this spot here. I would think it would be able to cover the crusher, the garage, and this little part of the base here. So let's go ahead and do that. Raise it up. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, let's actually make a little bit of grid for it to rest on. Steel platforms. Okay, since I normally am walking from over here or that side, I'm going to go ahead and put the angled grid pieces here. Okay. Okay, the system's going to need a third grid piece to rest on. It's lengthy. There we go. We're going to go ahead and put it here. That way the interface is on this side. However, let's move it up one. Come on. Rotate. No, I'm hitting the wrong key to rotate it. Because I'm kind of a dumbass sometimes. Okay, there we go. Build this bad boy up. Now, I hope the game isn't like, oh, he's got one of those, so let's hit him with a meteor strike. No, game, I'm not ready for that yet. Okay, here we go. There it is. Where is the electrical inputs? So we need solid rocket A. Actually, you know what? I think we make the rocket kit in there. I think it's a 3D printer item. Let's check that out. Yeah, solid rocket A kit. And I can't remember if one kit is 1 rocket or if it's 5 rockets. So I'm going to do 5 kits real quick. And each of these kits does not stack either. Just keep that in mind. Or at least they didn't used to. I don't know if they do now. But they did not used to. Make sure it goes away. Okay, it's in the inventory now. There we go. Oh, they do stack now. Nice. Alright, let's come on down here. Now, to use this kit, see how it pops out on the ground in red. I don't know why it's red instead of green. So you might have to bring it over to the ground. And what it does, the kit lays out all the rocket pieces for you, right? And you have to assemble it. Which is cool in a way. I got to remember what goes where, though. Rocket cameras, I think, go right behind there. Yep, okay, rocket cameras go behind there. Rocket battery cell goes right... Oh, that goes up in the nose cone. The boosters, or the fuel, rather, goes in here. Nozzle goes on the end. The other piece goes over the top. Come on. And then you got to put the fins on. And then you have a rocket. You pick it up. Bring it over here. Supply. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. So that was 1 kit. Gave me 5 rockets. Nice. Next thing. It's going to say no power. Needs 5 kilowatts per hour. Sweet. That is easy to do. 5 kilowatts per hour. We can do one of these large ones, and that's enough. Now, hopefully that won't interfere with the operation of this. Don't know. Hopefully not. And because I think one of these provides, what, 6 per hour? Yeah, 5.46. One of those provides about 6 per hour. So that's fine. So you'll have a little bit of surplus. Honestly, for this particular platform, I could run it off this. Oh, I have 3 lights going over here. Let's see. Decisions. What shall I do? I think what we'll do it this way. Let's platform it out. Just so our... Just so our thing's not that close to it. Okay. The electricity. Small, large. We want the large one. And I'm missing the aluminum titanium alloy, which I have some over here somewhere. Grab a couple of them. I might have some in here. There we go. There we go. This should be powered now. Yep, there we go. State controls on and off. You can have it on or off. It's hard to tell. That's off right now. Now it's on. So it is on. It is operational. We have some rockets loaded into it, and let's see on the map. Does it give me a range that it will protect? Does not. Well, let's see. Since I don't know what the range of protection is on that, I'm going to build a couple more of those in different places in other parts of the base. Let's go ahead and build platforming out of here. Is that too far out? Is that going to be in the way?
Available point for technological advancement.
We can mix this one. Okay. And so we can walk around said piece if we want to. And I know this may be overkill because I don't know the effective range of these. I thought there was a way to tell, and there probably is, and I'm probably just being a dumbass. But since I don't know off the top of my head, that means we go into overkill mode and build way more than we need. Nope, wrong menu. There we go. Okay, there's that. Come on down here. Grab ourselves another kit. Go ahead and put our rocket together. Because what kids don't like rockets? Uh-oh. I hope I didn't just mess that up. I had to drop that one piece because it wasn't highlighted in there. Where did it drop that piece, though? Or did it go in my inventory? It went in my inventory. Okay, battery cell. There we go. Yay, rockets. Who doesn't like playing with rockets? I mean, come on. Click the off state and then click the on state just to make sure. What is this telling me? Capacity 100 to 400. Oh, okay. All right. So it has 100 rockets, but it has a capacity of 400. Okay. So I can make 3 more of those kits for each of those. Dang. Okay. That's different. Okay. In that case, let's go ahead and do that. I want to fill these bad boys up. Okay. I know. High Strung, you're just building rockets. I can't even play with them myself. I want to play with your rockets, High Strung. I know. Unfortunately, you're going to have to play with your rockets in your own playthrough. I'm solo currently. I would love to play multiplayer in this game. It's just there's not a lot of people I know that have this game. There are a few. But the people that I do know,
point for technological advancement.
People I do know that are playing this game, or could play this game and have it, are involved in other games right now. Let's see. I'm going to start off with 200 rockets in each. Hopefully that's enough to protect us. All right. Come on. Sometimes it can be a little tricky to find that sweet spot where it'll place the item. So you'll see me kind of shift my character a little bit every once in a while because sometimes just getting a little different perspective is a little easier to hit those spots where it registers, yeah, snap that item in here. Why do I only have 2 fins? Where's my 3rd fin? One of my fins disappeared. That's one problem. One thing that I was just like, really? We got to set these on the ground? Because here we go. We have a fin that has fallen through the earth. Awesome. Those are the fins down there. I have 2 of the fins on here. One of them is not. So, bear with me a moment as we... Nope, not load game. As we save a game. Rockets! Exclamation point. Yeah, I'm sure I want to make a new save. Thanks. And make sure the save takes. And then we're going to load our game. And since loading takes a while, I'll see you guys after it loads to see if we end up with our rocket pieces back. All right, we are loaded back. Let's see if we got our rocket pieces back. Hopefully. There's the rocket, and let me guess. Fins are completely gone. Awesome. Awesome. That's wonderful. Well, since we have a save game at this point, I don't think it's going to let me pick up the rocket as a whole. I wonder if I can cheat it. Wait a minute. Wait. Did it give me the fin? No. Yeah, this thing, this one rocket, this lives here now. It's completely glitched. Scheißen. And we've spent the day putting up 2 little rocket things and filling them with rockets. So,
oxygen detected.
Because it's getting dark out. Well, before I do that, You know, one thing I haven't done? I haven't eaten anything today. Let's do that, because I'm kind of hungry. I also haven't filled up my water, because hydrate, hydrate, hydrate.
Water refilled.
Thank you. Okay, what direction is what? That goes down there. This goes to the greenhouse, or this, not the greenhouse, this goes to the dome. Let's check our greenhouse real quick. See how our plants are doing. You guys are fully grown. Awesome. You guys are ready to move. Oh. Oh. Let's go ahead and move those guys. Get that going. Okay, pumpkins. So let's run over to the dome with our pumpkins here. There we go. Let's readjust the levels. And we have our pumpkins going. Good. These guys are still going strong. Good. Go ahead and zero this out. There we go. All these beats are done. Getting these points, baby. Getting these points. All right. And go ahead and zero this out. Next, I still have 38. So I think I'm good on processed food for right now. Which means we can turn all these into seeds. Go ahead and split. 48 and 48. Gives me 55 seeds, and they are speed bonus 18, seed bonus 11. That's awesome. So go ahead and combine those. Grab this pod. Close. Go ahead and throw this back in here. So these, all right, 11 and 18. That's 11 and 18. This we can throw in the trash. These we can put together. Yep, good to go. We have plenty of corn. I mean, we could increase the bonuses that are on it, but I'm not too worried about that right now. I don't want to do the tree stuff yet until I get a bigger space. Yeah, I'm throwing some lettuce and some tomatoes. Got our salad shooter. And I wish there was a trash can in the greenhouse that I could use. But there's not, so come into here. Empty that. That way it doesn't get confused with the other stuff. Okay. Time to do some salad shooting. Let's do the lettuce first. If I have enough lettuce to do both of these, great. And then we're going to do tomatoes over here. There we go. Put that up. I didn't realize I had so many tomatoes. Holy shit. Okay. I'm trying to up that seed bonus, though. And what are these? These are tomatoes as well. Yeah, these are tomatoes here. Wow. Wow. So I have had these potatoes and these tomatoes in this refrigerator for a long time. I knew that the refrigerator would slow the aging process of the vegetables, but it seems to have halted the spoiling process, I should say, where they go bad. So as long as it keeps them forever and ever, that's good to know. All right, let's go to sleep. Do we start our day at 6 or 6:30? Yeah, we'll sleep until 6:30. Because 6:30 is sleeping in. All right. Next day. There's going to be a couple more missile defense systems I want to put in. And like I said, I wish it would show me the radius on the map of how, the area that they will cover for protecting the base. I would think that there would be a way to see that. And maybe there is, and I'm just not using the right settings. All right, that home, that's home. Oh, okay, you have all sorts of stuff here. Cool. So, this radiation level says what? Tell me what the label is. This has got to be... Guessing that this is pressure. This is water, obviously. This is electricity. Electricity. Now, this strip here, remember we put in these panels and I put in this battery here. This strip here of batteries is red because it's empty right now. I just woke up after the middle of the night. It's red because for some reason my base likes to drain this battery before it drains these batteries, even though these were built first. So I don't get that, but okay. The question is, what is this icon for? Bring the map up again. Oh. So it says a tunnel. Okay, so these are previous waypoints that I'd set. But I'm guessing these are just the closest waypoints. Oh, no. There's a whole bunch of them in this list. All right. Yeah, like I said, I wish it would show me, again, how far out this protects. Because that's the missile. Does it protect all of this? Does it protect all of this? You know, that makes a difference knowing that. So I have one here and here. They should probably overlap and be redundant. I'm going to put one probably up in here to cover this area. And then I'm going to put one over here to cover all this. So 2 more. And I know I want 2 missile sets in each one, so that's going to be 4 more missile sets. Yep. Alright. Oh, almost forgot. Gotta collect the poops. So tedious. Alright.
Equalizing pressure.
Give me my fin back. No. Okay. So that just lives there now. So let's go ahead and build up another missile. Oh, come on. There's only 2 fins here instead of all 3. Son of a... If this is glitched now where I can't build missiles anymore, I'm going to be kind of ticked. Yep. See? You got one way down there. You got pieces down there. Hey, well, actually, I might have a solution. I take one of the fins off of this one. See, it shows it being in my hand, but it's not off of the thing. Well, got an idea. Really? Did you glitch me out to where I can't interface with this? Ah, son of a... I can't use any panels. Oh my gosh. Come on. Okay. Save. The rockets are killing me here. Yeah, we want to save over the rockets because it's a rockets problem. Son of a gun. Game saved successfully. There we go. Okay, well, we're going to load again, and I will see you guys on the flip side of loading. All right, moment of truth. Are my panels still bugged? Yay, I can interact with my panel again. All right. No. Let's do... Now we need 1 extra one. So I have a theory about something. And put this theory to the test. Also, while I was waiting on the game to load, I had a thought. Something else I want to test out. So we'll test that as soon as I collect my rockets from here. Alright, there we go. My thought does not have anything to do with this crap. It's not crap. I know. I'm just
external oxygen detected.
a little irked with that bug. Oh, nope. This is where I want to go. In here. How much fertilizer we got in here? Quite a bit. Get waste tank. Remove filled waste tank. Well, where is it? Ah, there we go. Okay, so that's going to take a little while, but I wish I could do like 5 at a time, but I can get waste tanks from here. So there's a note. You don't have to keep flushing toilets every day. And you don't have to close the drawer every time, so that's a little quicker. All right. Well, look at that. So we don't have to keep flushing toilets over and over and over. Now, granted, I do have to click on this 600 to 800 times, but it's still faster than the toilet method.
Available point for technological advancement.
Thanks. Did getting waste out of here... Okay. I guess that counts toward tech. I'll take it. So yeah, it's still going to be a long process to collect all these things, but I have more than enough stuff in here. I think every time I collect a waste tank, it just takes one off. So if it were at 249, oh, it takes like 5 of them. But still, even so, I've got a ton in here. So if you have the technology on your botany tree where your plants will help create fertilizer, that's what this comes from. And if you have that, you create tons of fertilizer and you can just get the waste tanks from that. So that's good. I still don't know why waste tanks are needed for nanotubes, but okay. We'll go with it. I kind of want to see how many waste tanks I need for one stack before it creates another inventory space. Anyone want to take any bets? Is it 50? 100? We shall find out in the future because I will need them all. I'm not going to do all that right this second, but yeah. So that's good. Hey, why aren't these closed? You guys should be closed. Actually. Yeah. All your stuff is good. Okay. So, before I mess with the rocket stuff down here, I am going to build my things up here. What's up, little rock? Alright, so let's see. I think I want my platform. Don't want it that high up. Yeah, actually, why not? Now for this one, I'm actually going to put the ramp on this side. And that ramp doesn't go all the way down to the ground, so we will go ahead and sink that in. All right, there we go. Perfect. Since the ramp is on this side, I'm gonna be walking around this way. Oh. Stand on this spot here. Build our system here. Okay. Get a little power going for it. Go. And we have to build our missile, and hopefully, this missile won't glitch through the damn planet. And we can actually build a complete missile. We shall see. Thank you. Okay, nose cone. Battery. Solid boosters. Nozzle. Outer shell. Fins. Yay. Second one for this spot. Rocket camera. Battery cell. Come on. Where's that sweet spot? There it is. Boosters. Or engines, I should say. Nozzle. Nozzle. Gobbles. Outer body. Fins. Yay. More ammo. Alright. Come out here. You know what? Actually, for this one, I'm thinking I will put it on connected platform here. Just a thought. I know. I'm breaking my own rule. I said I wasn't going to have it on connected to the rest of the grid. I know. But here we are. All right. Let's see. Rockets, rockets.
Warning, tornado closing in.
Of course there is. Like 6 hours. So that's going to be 2000, which is 8 p.m. Now, these aren't going to do anything against tornado, obviously. And the tornado could very well do something against these. So keep that in mind. After the tornado comes through, we're going to want to check and make sure the integrity of our defense system is okay. But we have a little while to wait on that. Hold on. E. That. These. Oh, no. No. Okay. Saved it in my inventory. There we go. All right. So we have 2 sets of rockets there, basically 200 out of 400. We could put 2 more in here, hit off and back on. All right. We could have up to 400 more, so 2 more sets of kits. But to start off with, I have 4 rocket launch pads with each toting 200 rockets and ammunition. Should be fine. Except for this one down here still only has 100. And I have partial rockets here where the fins fell through and I can't complete building the rockets. So we are going to fix that now. Now let's see if it has one of the fins fall through the ground. No, this one works perfectly. Great, of course. So what I was going to do, if one of the fins fell through, it would have 2 extra fins. I would take 1 fin, put it there, and 1 fin, put it there, and complete those. I could still do that, honestly. Camera. Yep. Battery. So do I want to put all 3 fins on here and get 1 rocket, or do I want to put 1 fin and 1 fin on each of those rockets and get 2 rockets? Oh, it didn't there we go. I was going to say, son of a bitch. Put this 1 fin on this piece. There. So this one has more than everything else, but that's fine. Anywho. Another thing I wanted to look at. I wanted to look at where I was... Oh, yeah. Actually, really quick. Let's get this bad boy off of here and lock him up in the garage. We don't really need to do that, but I'm going to do that anyway. Alright. The tornado's coming. ATM, ATM. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about backing this into there. I mean, I could, but, well, yeah, we can do his battery and stuff, I guess. Crap. Oh, no, turned it the wrong way. Alright, let's straighten them out a little bit. Nope, too far. Nope. It's hard to see when you can't look through the roof here. Okay. There we go. Alright. There's that.
Warning, tornado closing in.
Yeah, no. Next 3 hours. Go ahead and close this bad boy up now.
External oxygen detected.
Yeah. So external pressure, I'm having to wait on that. I could go ahead, go through the double airlocks manually, but I'll just wait on the pressure to go up. It's going to go up pretty quick anyway. You can see the bar going up on the bottom left. So yeah, the garage here does take a bit to pressurize. It's a huge room, so that makes sense. My one complaint with the garage, so the rover, you can plug the rover in. Now, of course, you can use your stuff here to trade out your trailer for the rover and all that fun stuff, and keep certain trailers in here. But you have this charging station here, which is great, but there's no hookup on the inside to hook your oxygen to. So if you wanted to fill up your rover with oxygen, you don't have a hookup inside here. And you would think that you would. And you even have like this little thing here, which I don't know what that's supposed to be, but maybe that's for putting the pressure into here. But this pipe could even be a hookup where they could hook up oxygen to oxygen and let your rover fill up with oxygen. But no, they won't do it. Okay. Character's getting kind of hungry. We'll eat. Let's double check in here, see how our little sprouts are doing. Coming along nicely, okay. How about you guys? Oh, you guys are ready to move. Alright. Cool beans. Make absolutely, yeah, stage 2 of 3, okay. They are ready to move. So let's go ahead and move these guys. Tomato plants. You know what? Actually, just because I can, There we go. Beetroots, baby, beetroots. Okay, it's all good. I do want to check on stuff in the dome here. How you doing? Cool, good. Fully grown, nice. Fully grown peppers. And since there's a tornado coming, everything in here should be fine. But just to be on the safe side, and these are my only pepper plants.
Warning, tornado closing in.
And take these and go over here. Get my seeds from these. Okay. Now, these are my only pepper plants. Do I go with getting... Oh, 15 of them gives me 45. So this gives me 90 seeds. I don't really need that many. Okay, split. We'll do the 45 seeds with the bonuses. Combine those. So I had 5 peppers. 5 pepper plants.
Warning.
And those are my only seeds that I had. And that gave me 45. Then keep in mind that's 45 with splitting them up. That's crazy. It's a lot of peppers. But yes, peppers actually do produce a lot of seeds anyway, so. One other thing I wanted to do while I was at it. Might as well hit this stuff up while we can. Oh, that's materials. That's the one I don't need. Go here, mechanics. Flying drone, detonator. Do we do it? Do we do it? Do we get Spotty? Build our robo-dog? Yeah. Yeah, I think we get Spotty. Well, let's see. Additional controller range. We don't even have controllers yet. Well, we do have the controller, but yeah. Flying drone. Detonator. Yeah, I think we get Spotty, just so we can have Spotty.
Mechanics, technology access level increased.
Go ahead and go here. Up our electrical ability.
Electricity, technology access level increased.
And I think we had a botany point, didn't we? It said we did. Yep, we do. Cool. Slower withering. Additional endurance support. Additional life support. I think we do slower withering. Not that we really have to worry about it that much.
Technology access level increased.
I'm missing the storm. I'm sorry. Let's go watch this thing tear us up here. Can't really see it though. It's dark. I almost forgot. And the storm is all over with, and everything's covered in dust.
Water refilled.
And another night has gone by. So let us go to sleep. Have some sweet dreams. Oh shit, we're venting. We got a busted section of the thing. Yeah. Hurry up, save, so I can get back to find that. I forgot the cardinal rule of storms like that. Look at your map. Oh damn, it's right off from this section too. All right, first, none of that's red or brown. That's brown. That's orange. Brown. Yeah, a lot of stuff I need to fix. Okay. Start off with this. Okay. There's north. This section. Get hit. Okay. I think the dome was okay, right? Yeah, dome's okay. Oops. This section. What are you doing? Okay. Wow, that got hit heavy. Alert, alert. Okay. Huh. Okay. Alright. Fix this up, and that should be the last of everything in the basement needs to be fixed up. Hopefully. Okay. That's fine. It's fine. Okay. Yep. So everything is all fixed. Good deal. So, alright. Stuff is inside the hangar, locked up. How is that dirty? How is that dirty? Please explain that. Let's see. That should be enough. this one thing. Oh, whoops. Wrong thing. This is what I'm looking for. And you would think if you're blowing dust off of stuff, I get it, like you've got this gun and you use the CO2 things, you would think you could hook oxygen up to it and spray the dust off, or water and like pressure wash it. But I don't know. Go figure. Okay. Well, what? Wait. Did I put those there? Did I put these shelves here? Have they always been there? I feel like I would have noticed them before. I guess they're part of that. I don't know. I don't know why I didn't notice those before. I'm kind of curious though, like, that's a bed. That's a bed. That's a workbench, which, interesting. Interesting that these are the build spots to put things, and these are the selected items. But okay. Interesting. So, yeah, I know today has been a little lackluster, but we did get our rocket defense up. Survived a tornado, so to speak, and we did finally get our first batch of peppers, which is awesome. We're close to getting our first batch of pumpkins, which is also awesome. And on top of that, oh, there's one other thing I wanted to check. So on top of that, we looked at the recipe for the launch pad and the big ass rocket that's going to take us off this planet, and the recipes are astronomically expensive. Just the nanotubes alone is going to take forever, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff on top of that. We did figure out that for the nanotube recipe, they can be crafted in, we knew that they can be crafted in the 3D printers, but they require a lot of the waste tanks. However, we did discover that you can grab the waste tanks out of the greenhouse. So that's handy. And one thing I wanted to check, so if you run the recipe for the nanotubes in here, right? Carbon nanotubes. You gotta have methane, waste tank, and carbon dioxide bottle. And so we ran some recipes in here. I'm wondering, do I get the empty carbon dioxide bottles back? We do not. It consumes them. Okay. So that's good to know. So that's going to be a lot of CO2 bottles. It's like 800 CO2 bottles. That's insane. Oh my gosh. I feel like I should build a second base to support just crafting the components for the launch pad. Because that's just ridiculously expensive. So in between this episode and next episode, I'll probably think about that, mull that over my head a little bit if I want to actually build another base just to support the operation of building the launch pad and the rocket. Because, like I said, it's ridiculously expensive. So that's what I have to think about in between episodes. Hopefully you guys found this somewhat entertaining, especially with my plight and being like, oh my god, it's too expensive. So yeah, if you're looking to get off the planet yourself, then this is definitely a video that would help inform you of that. I forget what these are. Oh, these are all the items here. Nothing's hooked up to those spots. Nothing hooked up. Okay. Yeah. Why do I have spots for these breakers? What did those go to? Anyway, sorry. Getting distracted. I know. So, yep. again, got our missile defense going. That's awesome. That puts me at ease because like I've been very lucky not getting meteor strikes on the base. So I was just sitting here, watch me get all this crap built up, and then meteor strike happens and wrecks half of it. So I feel a little bit more at ease having my missile defense system up against meteor strikes. So we're happy about that. Next time, not sure exactly what I'm doing. Probably, honestly, next time is going to be a heavy day of just grinding out materials, organizing some materials, picking a site to build the launcher at, and all that. Which I'm thinking, when we were coming back previously from the historic sites, where was it? I feel like it was north and east, like this area somewhere, maybe in here. It was really flat. This looks on the map like it's pretty flat here. I want a nice big flat area to build on, but I want it somewhat close to my base so that way if I do have to lug supplies like water and stuff, I can. Or I could just find a completely different site that has its own water source and all that and build it up there. So that might be something we're looking at as well. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Thanks for coming along. Please, if you're kind enough to mash those buttons, the like and subscribe, notify, I really appreciate it. It does help me out a lot. And until next time, I hope you guys have an awesome day.